Welcome back. You're now on the Entrepreneur Spotlight, and today we'll be shining the spotlight on the music industry. Now, the Nigerian music industry has experienced remarkable transformation in recent years. From its humble beginnings to its current global recognition, the industry has evolved significantly, showcasing the country's rich cultural heritage and talent. Most of this can be attributed to the unique sound of the Nigerian Afro beats, a genre which has captivated audiences worldwide, making Nigerian artists household names. Now, the estimated value of the Nigerian music industry was placed at $73 million in 2020 and is projected to hit $200 million by 2025. On the spotlight today is a very interesting guest, a trailblazer from East Side Music. We have Mr. Somtochukwu Udogu, aka Somto, or should I say SomtoPapi. Good morning, Somto. Welcome to the spotlight.
Good morning, Tan. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clearly. Thank you for being here. Now, Somto, as an artist in the Nigerian music industry for as long as you have been, can you briefly tell us what your experience in the industry has been like since you started?
Well, it's been a roller coaster ride, of course, to every other thing. Not necessarily smooth, but enjoyable, really. Especially since I'm very passionate about music and it's what I've always wanted to do. Of course, there's been challenges, but yeah, beautiful nonetheless.
Interesting. Um, Now, there's, I know there are a lot of passionate and talented young Nigerians that are looking to get into music. Some are already in that journey. They're already sharing EPs and different covers on their social media platforms. Now, but besides
Yeah.
the passion and the talent, now I want to focus more on the money side. Now, what
Yeah.
are some of the most effective ways for a new artist to make money? Because I know that the well-known celebrities that are already there, they already have their business in check, they have their record labels, they have their contracts in check, and all they need to do basically is just cough on a beat and it's a hit, right? So, but for a new artist that's still finding his feet in the music industry, what are some of the most effective ways for them to make money from their music?
Um, okay. Uh, you know, the current trend of streaming platforms in music industry right now makes it a lot easier for artists, especially artists that are not really signed to a label or have really huge funding, because a lot of the times funding is the problem, in pushing and promoting your music. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah, a lot of the times funding is like, a huge problem. But with the streaming platforms and all of that, the streaming era that we found ourselves in, an artist could just, put his or her song on the streaming platforms and, generate uh, quite a handful of streams to be able to give them, some money, It doesn't necessarily have to be, the big, massive millions of streams like the big artists, but, you could still make, a sizable amount of money from the number of streams you can gather as an upcoming artist, So I believe the streaming platforms like AudioMax, Spotify, Apple Music, you know, young artists can earn money from their music. And there are also other ways. Some artists that are not necessarily A-list artists, they go for shows. There are some of these shows that they can go for, and within their community, within where they are based, maybe not necessarily on a national level, that they can still earn money from. There's a lot of money in music, and you know, as an upcoming artist, in your own little firm, you can earn.
So are you saying an artist, an upcoming artist can make money independently without being signed to a record label, just off of streaming platforms and being
Yeah,
online?
yeah, very possible, very possible. And
Interesting.
even on TikTok, some of these artists who create content to promote their own sounds to TikTok, Instagram, some of these social media platforms too, they pay artists, for their content. So I feel like even as an upcoming artist, you can still earn money. Maybe not as much as the A-list artists, the big artists, but at least something to keep you going.
You mentioned funding previously, and we know funding
Mhm.
is a very, very big factor in every money-making venture because you need money to make money, right? So
Yes.
besides the funds to actually create music and to produce videos, what are some other challenges that face a young upcoming artist in the Nigerian music industry today?
Well, music is mostly capital intensive, which is why funding is like the biggest, challenge. What is that challenge? I don't. Um, it's mostly funding, really. My own lens, where I see it.
In previous times, we've had some reports of some artists complaining of certain cartels and cliques in the industry where if you don't belong to some certain groups, you will not be allowed to, get past a certain threshold or a certain level of publicity. Have you experienced anything like that?
Um, Personally, I can't say I have experienced anything like that because I've been growing at my own pace, basically. I've been growing at my own pace. Where I was a couple of years ago is not where I am right now, you know. And for every single, for every single step that I take forward, I am grateful for it. So I'm not really looking at the people who are maybe gatekeepers or in quotes gatekeepers of the industry and the rest. I've not faced any of those kind of challenges. But there might be that too. There might be that. We all have our own different experiences in the music industry. There might be that. We all have our different challenges and experiences. But personally, I've not really had like I said, I'm growing at my own pace and I'm grateful.
Interesting. So,
Yeah.
whenever we talk about music, I mean, everybody's first thought is the artist, the music, the video, and all of that. But besides being a performance artist, what are other lucrative career paths that are available in the music industry?
Well, there's a reason why it's called the music industry. Yeah. It's an industry on its own. It's not just the artist. There are a lot of people behind all of the things you see that come out from the artist. There are songwriters. There are people who are not necessarily out there, in the face of people, but they are very instrumental in what you see out there, in the kind of music you see out there. The songwriters, in the industry, we have the music producers, we have, marketing, PR, artist management, the E&Rs, the music journalists. There's a lot you can do in the music industry without necessarily being the artist. You get so that's why it's called an industry, and
Yeah.
that's why I encourage a lot of young people who are maybe passionate about music that want to be in music. You do not necessarily have to be the artist. There are so many other places where you can thrive in the industry. So it's not just being an artist. There's so many other things you could do in music.
Interesting. Now,
Yeah.
finally, before I let you go, we need to address the white elephants in the room. Now, you recently released a song titled Jukwese, right? And
Yep.
it's online, it's on all streaming platforms. A very, very beautiful video, I must say. Now,
Thank
can you
you.
briefly tell us the inspiration behind that song and also tell your fans what next to expect from Somto?
Um, Okay, so the truth is, my producer just sent me a beat one time. My producer Tigo Mori sent me a beat one time, and when I listened to the beat, the first thing that came to my mind was Oboronima. That was just the melody that was just coming into my head. Oboronima, the request, and then I just pretty much wrote the song around it. And of course, the beat sounded very much like the kind of beat you would want to use to make a love song, and that was why I wrote something around that. And so that's pretty much the inspiration. It was just the beat that I got and how it came to me and how I felt about it. Um, and to the second question, yeah, what to expect from SomtoPapi? Just more beautiful music. There's a lot more beautiful music coming. My project is almost ready, and by the grace of God, it should be out, anytime from now. But more beautiful music. That's just all I'm going to say.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Somto. We're looking forward to
Yeah,
your new project and all the
yeah.
all good music you have with here at SomtoPapi. And I promise you, you will not regret it. Well, this is the point where we draw the curtains on the Entrepreneur Spotlight. I'm Tenda Chemelu signing out. And I'll be leaving you with the beautiful video Jukwese from Somto. Please enjoy.
Eastside music, Bitcoin chip. I got a lover for man that was looking for love and he finally found it today. Look in your eyes and I know what feel like. I go like, make you come, make I take you away, girl. You got me falling. Girl, your body is calling. I'm burning my request. You know, go use your icy pepper. Nothing is too much, baby. I'm burning my request. I'm burning my request. You know, go use your icy pepper. Nothing is too much, baby. I'm burning my request. So baby, 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 you. So baby, 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 your love feels like sunshine in the morning. Baby, you're so charming. Girl, you wow me. Make nobody can you wind me. I'm a wifey. And Daisy. Baby, pack your bags, get ready for Ibiza. We go pizza. 2 fingers in the air, pizza. Running my request. You know, go use your icy pepper. Nothing is too much, baby. I'm burning my request. I'm burning my request. You know, go use your icy pepper. Nothing is too much, baby. I'm burning my request.